seminar, right? And thinking that like, I figured out how to work out. I don't need to work out anymore because I figured out how to work out. No, now you got to go home and do the work on a consistent basis, right? The day, the week, the heavy lifting, because it's not just the magic wand, the shift. It's going to be work going into it. But
and there's a little bit of shame that happens too, at least in my own experience. Like I've gone to some really changing events, like one being like Tony Robbins early on. I leave, I'm like, oh my God, life's never gonna be the same. This is amazing. I figured it all out. I know exactly how to control my emotions and my state and blah, blah, blah. And it's great for like 2 weeks. I don't do any of the stuff.
Yep.
And it goes away and I go back to where I was before. But now I feel guilt or shame around it because I know better. So like once you know better and you still don't do it, it's upsetting.
I think what's so important for the audience to know though, because people here in the room have probably felt that guilt or shame at some point in their life. And just put a hand up. You can do a halvesy if you want to. So yeah, a lot of people in the room can relate. And I think what's really great is to actually reframe that guilt or shame as like, how good is it that you feel that? Because you have the awareness that there's another part of you that is not the one that falls off, that is not the one that doesn't stick to the plan. And now it's rubbing you, now you feel it in you because you're like, holy smokes, that's actually not who I am, that's not integrous of me anymore. So it's bothering you that you're not following through.
Oh, that's a great reframing.
And that is
it's
the
a warning
whole goal.
bell.
It's the warning bell.
Before you go too far deep.
And it's even if you already went deep, if you're already like a bag full of Cheetos in, you can just crumple up the bag and say, okay, I choose now to stop. I choose now to get back on track with what I've learned. You always have the opportunity to hop to another lily pad. It's just the awareness piece that you need. So you all have the awareness now. You've all gotten some type of information that says, oh, I relate a little bit more to this part of me that I just learned that I could be at this conference. And now every time you have these micro moments of decision, no one's holding an expectation up to you that says, once you leave these doors, you now are the almighty, dentist you that you can be. And if you ever fall off, that means that you flunked the Bulletproof Summit. That's not what it is. It's now you have an opportunity every single time there's a decision in front of your face. It's just a tiny, tiny shift. And every single time you overcome the old programming of you before you walked into the Bulletproof Summit, even if it's by the smallest iota of a degree, or even if you have to backtrack and say, hey team, I just said that thing, and that was totally like last week me that would lash out like that. I just want to correct and just go back a second and integrate some of the things I learned. Could I have a do-over? And your team's gonna be like, this person's nuts, but it's you actually integrating the practices that you're learning, and that's actually what transformation is. It's the adjustment period, it's the correction period, it's the awareness and having a bit of grace for yourself in the process.
That's beautiful. Wow. Wow, that was so awesome.